lot of people said, I want to see Hollandaise, Béarnaise, but I started to think about it, and Hollandaise is the easiest and the cheapest sauce to make for any meat or vegetable, actually, because like I love asparagus with Hollandaise. So those vegetables that have strong flavors, you want to use like a strong, rich, fatty sauce on it. And asparagus or any grilled vegetables.
I wouldn't say it's the easiest though.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, you're right. Well, once you learn the technique, it's the easiest, which we're gonna show you. So I kind of jumped into the future there.
Okay.
I'm talking to the audience.
If you have difficulty, it's not easy.
It's not easy to make, but I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make because restaurants always try and confuse it. And I actually remember in culinary school, they taught us how to make Hollandaise and it never worked, it always broke. And then I taught myself a new way how to make it, which is obviously the right way. And it works every single time. So now with all my young cooks, I teach them the same thing. I can make a Hollandaise that won't break for 24 hours. You heard that, Culinary Institute of America. I'm coming for you. The way to do it though is, or actually just the basic ingredients, and why I say it's not that expensive when you're making a really good sauce, is it's just egg and butter. That's it, egg and butter. A little bit of vinegar and then whatever else you want to add in there. So you'll hear things like Béarnaise sauce, right? Or sauce Maltese, or any derivative of Hollandaise. Hollandaise is basically a hot mayonnaise.
Hot mayonnaise.
Hot mayonnaise.
I guess you're right.
So let's make some Hollandaise. Let's make some Béarnaise. Let's do this the easy way. You want good eggs because I like good eggs, right? Now, the price of eggs are coming down, so don't worry. Let me get a bowl here. That drip, drip, drip.
We need to get that fixed. It is driving me insane.
Drip. We should do an episode on
what
kitchen
you got there?
kitchen plumbing. We should do an episode on kitchen plumbing. Although we would probably need a proctologist for that one. Oh my God, I'm just crushing them today on the jokes, the dad jokes. Hey William, I made a poop joke. All right, so we're gonna start with, oh, will you grab me a cup?
A cup?
Screw it, well, I'll use this bowl. This is our 14-year-old daughter's bowl.
No,
nice lavender.
Why do we have that?
This is a beautiful bowl. I love this
Oh,
color.
nice.
I actually look good in this color. All right, so we're gonna take the egg and we're going to separate. Oh God, we're gonna separate.
Why are you cracking it?
Well, I crack it over here, but
you're cracking it. You tell people not to crack it on the side of the bowl, and here you are doing it on a plastic bowl.
I got excited, so we're just separating and getting the egg yolk out, okay, from the white. So I'm just gonna do 2 egg yolks. Once again, she's right. When you want to crack an egg, you crack it flat surface, and then you see how that goes all the way around.
Wait, what was I?
You were right.
Okay.
You want to do that in slow-mo? Lauren was right. I was wrong.
I mean, I got it on camera now, so I know. Okay, so 2 egg yolks.
2 egg yolks.
Then we're gonna whisk those up.
We're gonna whisk them up, okay?
Whisk them.
Whisk, okay? So let's do that. You start whisking.
I'll start whisking.
I'm gonna rinse my hands. Rinse my hands. So now here's the part where you wanna use vinegar, right? Some people use lemon juice, some people use like a white vinegar. What I'm gonna do, because I want this to be more in the flavor of a sauce Maltese is Hollandaise with blood orange juice in it. And we've got a tangerine vinegar.
Yes.
So I'm actually gonna use the tangerine vinegar, but you can use any vinegar, all right? And I usually do about, I don't know, a tablespoon of vinegar to 2 egg yolks. This is where I differ here, all right? I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of water to this, okay? Because what I'm gonna do, the water protects the egg from curdling. I'm basically going to create a sabayon, which is just almost like a cooked and whisked egg yolk product that they use in a lot of sweet sauces, pastry sauces. Then we are going, so we got this here. Let's set this off to the side because we're going to now clarify our butter. You have to use clarified butter when you make a Hollandaise because you don't want the milk solids or the milk fats in there because all of those milk solids and those milk fats, that will break the emulsion. So we have to use the clarified version of the butter. So you wanna grab, let's go with a pan here. Oh, there we go. So let's get our ancient medieval pot.
Our pots and pans alone,
I'm
honey.
gonna throw,
So the whole thing in there.
I'm gonna throw a half a pound of butter, okay? And we're gonna start cooking this. The way in which you clarify butter, and we've talked about brown butter before, the way in which you clarify butter is by actually separating the milk solids from the liquid and and evaporating some of the water by just simmering it. And then you let those solids, you either skim them off the surface or you let them fall to the bottom. And then we're only gonna use that pure butter, which is clarified butter or ghee, to make our Hollandaise. So right now we're just simmering this butter. Let's take this party to the stove. So this butter is gonna cook down. First it's gonna melt, and that's called drawn butter. When it melts, it's drawn butter. That's traditionally what you'll see on popcorn or what they'll serve you in a restaurant with like whole lobster, and they say dip it in drawn butter. You want some drawn butter with that? Hey, can I get some drawn butter with my fish? Ooh, I'd love a little bit of that drawn butter. By the way, this is coming from a deep place because I own seafood restaurants.
He's so angry right now.
I'm not angry. It's just that like we always do this. Like we serve food and then they're all like, "You have some drawn butter." I'm like, "You have clarified butter right there with a little garlic and it's delicious." Like, I want drawn butter. I saw it on marthastewart.com. She suggested that I order drawn butter. So then what I do is I draw them some butter, like on a big piece of paper, white paper with my Sharpie.
Yeah.
And then they give me a 1-star Yelp review.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's where they're coming from?
Yeah, that's where they're coming from. She always wonders, why do we get another 1-star Yelp review? All right, so now you're seeing it separating and it's gonna start to simmer. While it's doing that, I'm going to just bring, this is called a double boiler. So what I'm doing is that I'm creating steam.
Or a bain-marie.
Or bain-marie.
Bain-marie.
Bain-marie. You been talking to a French guy or something?
Oh, for the...
You need to be talking to an Italian. Hey, how you doing?
A double boiler.
That's not Italian. Where's Michael Francis when we need him? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this up to a simmer and then we're gonna cook the hollandaise sauce over the double boiler. And the reason you do that is because it's indirect heat, so it's just steam. It's not that direct fire. That direct fire is gonna be way too strong.
Mm-hmm. Look what's happening over here.
Yeah, so this is...
Look at all the solids.
Yep, those are the milk solids.
Coming to the surface.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What?
A lot of these
Not me.
okay, stop. A lot of these clarified butter, blah, 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 I feel like they intimidate people.
Yeah,
Like, and it's so easy.
Clarified butter. How about just melted butter?
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, what is it? Ooh, clarified butter. Now, melted butter, remove the shit.
Remove the shit.
And if you just want to make it like label safe so you don't say shit, it's just like RTS. RTS butter. What is that? Remove the shit. So we're coming out with our new line of butter.
RTS.
RTS butter. Oh, is that some sort of like an Eastern Asian transcendental butter? No, it's just getting the shit out of it. While that's finishing its clarification process, just to clarify, I'm gonna throw this, no, I'm gonna put this on low heat. I'm gonna start whisking this, okay?
So we're gonna cook this or get this up to temp, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we don't wanna add this in because then it'll just cook the eggs.
Exactly, but what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna literally cook these eggs into a sabayon. That's my trick, is that I'm going to whisk a ton of air into this hollandaise.
So we're cooking it here.
There it is, I've cooked the egg yolk. That's perfect. You want it smooth? Let's bring it over here. Let's bring the butter over to the cutting board. So this is the key. I've basically now cooked the egg yolk into a sabayon. And look, it's peaks, right? So really soft peaks. So what we're doing is clarifying the butter is just pulling out not just the butter solids, but any impurities or the milk fats, sorry, not butter solids, milk fats, and any of the rest of the impurities. Now she's gonna pour this into the hollandaise.
And are we slowly drizzling it in? Well, like, okay, I guess my point is, since you already cooked the eggs.
Well, you still need to incorporate the egg to create the emulsion. We don't want to overload it with fat because the emulsion is ultimately between the liquid and the fat.
Yeah.
The emulsion isn't between the egg and the fat.
By the way, this is very heavy.
There you go. And this is hot butter. So the reason why we're doing it slowly is so that it tempers into the egg and it doesn't actually scramble the eggs. So it's called tempering when you mix the temperatures together slowly.
That's what I meant. So you said you already cooked the egg, so I was wondering.
Well, I've cooked it like softly, right? So I basically softly cooked the egg.
Am I done?
That's good. You're done.
Holy moly, that is heavy.
And there you go. There you go. There's your hollandaise. Okay? So if you want your hollandaise more runny, now you can add just a little bit more vinegar. And then what we'll do is we'll add some chives to this to make a Béarnaise.
Don't make it runny, right? I like it just like this.
You like it like this? Okay. See that? See how smooth it is and how velvety? Do some just salt and pepper. Yeah, fresh cracked pepper. Yeah, there we go.
And then some chives. I think you need to cut more.
Oh, I have to cut more chives? Huh, will do. No problem. Oh, yeah.
And if people don't like chives or have, you know, an allergy to
just
like
add
onion,
like fresh herbs. Like tarragon is what makes it a Béarnaise. So if you want to make it a Béarnaise sauce, add freshly chopped tarragon. If you want to make it a Maltese, just add some blood orange juice. But I like it. I love that
there's all these names, but it's like the same thing with like one extra.
Yeah. Well, those are the derivatives in the Escoffier's guide. Do a little drizzle of water in there for me. I like it a touch runnier.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Give it a taste. There you go. Oh my gosh. That is so good with the tangerine vinegar. I've never done that before.
Here, use mine.
There we go. We still haven't gotten a new spatula, so still waiting on that sponsorship. I like that you used the jar because then we can see how much we made. Like, you know, that's a good amount. So that was 2 egg yolks, and we only used a quarter pound of butter. So, my gosh.
Wait, let me try.
I could drink it, but that's so light and airy. That is so good,
sweet.
right? Yeah, well, with that tangerine vinegar. So it's all, the way in which you can manipulate the flavor of a Hollandaise is to use a different vinegar. So if you want to use a sweeter vinegar, a champagne vinegar, we use the tangerine vinegar.
I think I prefer it like this than like lemon juice.
I know, I like it better than lemon juice.
You're like,
yeah, it is pretty tart. So like it's got that sweet acidity. Sweet acidity. It's like sweet lucidity, but sweet acidity.
wait, I need to like.
Silent lucidity, that's the song I was thinking. For all you 1980s kids, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna try
Silent
it.
lucidity.
Ready? Oh my gosh, look at that.
I know. I want to get it just so you see like the nice. It's like a nappe, right? I'm going all the way in. Look at that.
Wow. Give me more. Okay, ready?
Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm so sorry. It is so smooth and velvety. I mean,
You
that
guys,
is so good.
it is so good.
Yeah, it's like a dessert.
I
almost.
was just gonna say that.
It tastes almost like a custard, like a creme brulee. All right, I'm gonna go take this into the bathroom. I'll be back.
Ew.
Good, good. That is so good. I got nothing else. That's it. I'm out. I quit. Done my job here.
Okay, yeah.
If one person makes this, then we've succeeded.
Yes. You wanna take this upstairs?
Yeah. It's better than a Jergens. Let's go.